And hello everyone, this is Daniel with the Legacy of Daniel show, video blog, podcast, one of those things. Welcome to the show, and today we're going to be talking about intellectual property and creativity. Intellectual property is a treasure. It's a treasure to the individual, and intellectual property can become a treasure to all society. Unfortunately, we have brought about a society that has no respect for intellectual property, no respect for creativity, little respect or understanding for the First Amendment right, and as a result, private property is continuously being attempted to be brought down and broken and battered and turned into something that doesn't really require much energy or problem solving or input of any creative thought or intellectual property that may come from creative thought to solving problems, which made one of the things that made America great is our problem solving skills. And if you look at the railroads and the bridges that we built, the Erie Canal, a lot of these projects being performed by people who didn't have all the engineering skills, and were even told perhaps by engineers. I know the Erie Canal being one that good example of this is just it was a project that was seen that would not work or not be successful, but through being devoted to creative spirit, some problem solving, we developed a system they developed, and now we have a beautiful canal system that runs through the state of New York that was once used to bring goods to the marketplace. And that's really what the result of intellectual property is. It's almost like it's a bridge, it's a stream of bringing of creative thought that then turns into perhaps a solution to a problem, which then leads to some intellectual property, which then can be brought to the marketplace, which is what the Erie Canal and many of the other waterways do. They are a creative intellectual property from how they were designed from the Earth's process to the man-made ones when, for example, the Erie Canal. Intellectual property must be protected, and future intellectual property must be protected. And it is protected through the nurturing of the creative spirit, respect for creativity, respect for the First Amendment right, and respect for anyone that has an idea or solution and bringing it to the marketplace to solve problems. And right now, with what Trump has done, saying that AI and these algorithms come first over intellectual property, is a very, very bad sign for society. It's also bad for these companies, because they no longer will have access to they will no longer really have access to content that's being truly created by individuals who have a creative sense, who desire to solve problems through this creative sense, with this creative sense, to bring about a product or some intellectual property that could be brought to the marketplace to solve problems, to start businesses, to improve the human condition, to change society. So none of that's going to happen if creative spirit, the First Amendment right, intellectual property continues to be squandered. And it's being squandered by these companies, these tech companies, AI and these algorithms, that they believe that they're doing some mighty good for society, when really all they're doing is just harvesting large amounts of data in very quick periods of time. There's no real problem solving, there's no real creativity, there is no solving of the human conditioning or improving it so that we can all live better lives, we can all live in a society that respects civil liberties, understands the proposition all men are equal, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, inclusiveness, participation. So AI can't do any of this, can't solve any of it. Yes, it can talk about it based upon the information that it has, but it doesn't really know what it is. So I believe that these companies will, their days are numbered, and I think these LLMs, they're in their current format, are numbered, and creativity, intellectual property will have to become respected, or it's just gonna, these companies will fall into the bottomless pit with Napster, MySpace, after being struck by the vanity torpedo that will be launched if Trump didn't already launch it. But a product will come out, a person will rise through this, seeing how much damage it is causing society, create a product, bring it to the marketplace, and these companies will not be able to compete. Because right now, their current model of all these companies is really based upon just squandering creativity and intellectual property. So they will have their glory here in a moment, but their future is doomed. So thank you for joining me on this walk around the baseball diamond, this discussion. Nurture your creativity, protect it at all costs, and don't give it away to AI. It's not going to do anything for you, it's not going to do anything for society, it's not going to do anything for AI either, because once all this ends, these servers are just going to sit in warehouses or be shipped to the bottomless pit of vanity, where they'll just sit and erode. So keep your treasure.